Hi, this is Shakia from EduTech, and today I'm going to give you a quick little brief overview on Nearpod. So Nearpod is another tool that you can use to make your Google Slides presentation more interactive for your students, especially when it comes to the virtual setting. So here you can see I'm on the normal or the home page of Nearpod, and all you have to do is set up a free account. Again, I say free, free account. Sign up for free. You can sign up using your Gmail, your Google account, and in seconds you'll have an account. Once you sign in, your dashboard will look like this, okay? So you have all of the presentations that you'll be creating. It'll keep a nice little library for you. And then you also have their library. So if you click on Nearpod Library, it has lessons that are already created for you. As you can see, they're very updated with all the current events and things that are going on, and you can find lessons that are already created. Now some are free and some of them you do have to pay. I'm pretty sure that the ones that are quite more interactive, they would definitely be for a fee. On the left hand side here, you can filter what you're looking for by lessons or videos, and then you can choose your standards in your state, and then you have subjects, grades, and then what type of resource you want to use. So it could be virtual reality, which are like virtual field trips, lessons, building the skill as far as like comprehension, fluency, etc., assessments, warm-ups, and then professional development. So they have a great toolbox for you to use. Now, once you have created your account and you're ready to get started, so I'm going to bring up a normal plain Jane Google slide presentation, okay? But I want to make this more interactive with Nearpod. So I'll go to add-ons, and if you don't have it already, you'll go to get add-ons, type in Nearpod, and then you'll have Nearpod as an add-on, and you can just open up Nearpod on that slide. And on the right hand side here, you'll see this lovely toolbar with several options for you to play with, okay? So I'm not going to go through all of them for the sake of the time of the video, but I'm just going to show you about 2 or 3 and then tell you and show you what it looks like on the student view. But I will show you what they have to offer. So you have your audio where you can add audio. So for your read alouds and things of that nature, if you want to create a read aloud for a certain chapter book, you can plug in the pictures in the Google Slides and create audio that way so that you the text reads out loud for your students or your scholars. You have BBC video, which is just another like a history website that you can have them explore certain content. I recommend BBC. It is free. I recommend BBC for like social studies and definitely science. You have the collaborate tool, and this is where they're able to collaborate on a kind of like a Padlet type thing, and I'm going to show you that one today. You have a draw where they can draw a picture, a virtual field trip. You have fill in the blanks, so it'll create a word bank for them and they can fill in the blank to your sentence. I'm going to create that one today too to show you. You can insert Flipgrid. Flipgrid is another tool that you can use that is added to your resource center. You have matching pairs where you can match different things together with terms. For example, I've used this one time before where I had them match the definition to the actual stage in the writing cycle or the writing phases. You have memory tests. You can do a Nearpod 3D, which is really cool. I'm going to show you that one as well. You have open-ended question. They can view a PDF. You can set a poll. You have quizzes. You can do a simulation, which is also great for science. A slideshow, Sway. If you're using Microsoft, you can embed a Sway presentation. Time to Climb is like your Kahoot within Nearpod. And a lot of teachers, I've heard when I did other sessions, they really liked Time to Climb instead of Kahoot, because it kind of is a little bit more competitive. Then you have video, and then they can browse web content as well. So you have so many options that you can do to make it like thebomb.com. So I'm going to show you how to do a few. Like I said, I'm going to show you the collaborate tool. So here's my collaborate tool, and say for example I wanted them to respond to a question within my Google slide. So my slide is about 5 tips to successful virtual learning for the students. So maybe I want to add in a question of what is one tip that you are going to use for the start of the year. And I'm going to say answer this question. Whichever way you choose. And I'm going to talk more about that on the student view. Then I can add a picture here if I want to give them a picture to kind of make them understand my question a little bit better. This is a great strategy for your ESOL or your ELL learners. Okay. Then I can choose my background style. So I'm going to choose this light bulletin board style. Click Save. And now I have it on my slide presentation. So as you can see here, it just says collaborate. It doesn't show me much, but this slide tells me that it's in there. Okay. So now I'm going to go to, and then it pops up for you. So now I'm going to go to fill in the blanks. And this is what I was talking about, how they create like a word bank for them to fill in their blanks. So I'm going to put, you can choose your background style here and your text style. Click next. Oh, well, let me type in my question. So my question is, you type in the complete sentence. So stick to your daily schedule to ensure, that you are on time for class. Okay. Then I'll click next. And so now it's asking me to click the words that I want to be in my word bank. So I definitely want schedule because that's a keyword, and then maybe time, and then maybe class. Okay, so this will pop up as a word bank for me, and they'll have to fill in the blanks. Click done. All right, and then the last tool I want to show you very quickly has nothing to do with my slide presentation, but I just want to show you so that you can see how it works. So Nearpod 3D is so cool, y'all. Watch this. So for example, they give you different templates that you can use where the student can now view the picture in 3D form. So this could be something that you can definitely use for all subjects, but most definitely for science or social studies. So I'm going to include this plant cell here, and then they'll be able to view it 3D, and they'll be able to see all the different parts of it. So I'm done with all of my features, and you can go through and play with it a little bit more, but I'm going to click save and go to Nearpod. It's going to bring me to my dashboard, and then you'll see that it is saving. It doesn't take that long, but the more graphics that you have, more slides you have, more things that you have, it will take a little bit longer. Okay, so we're almost there. And now it's ready. So I have 3 options, and I'm going to talk about each 3. The live participation plus Zoom. Now that part is brand new to Nearpod, and I think just because of the whole COVID-19 thing, they added it. But you can simply plug this into your Zoom synchronous session, and you can do that anyway. So, but that's an option for you there. Then you have live participation, and this is for your synchronous sessions. So you are actually on a live lesson, and the students are logged on to your Zoom or your Google Meets, whichever one that you use. And you are going to go through and talk through it with them and monitor them while they're participating with your presentation. And then the last one is student paced. So this one you probably just want to input this into your Google Classroom and you want them to do it on their own time. So I'm going to click on live participation, and when I click on it, it's going to give me a code for my students to join. So you see they give you the code, and your students will go to nearpod.com on another tab and type in the code. Now that's one way your students can gain access to your presentation. The other way, you can put it through email, social media, provide a link somewhere in an email. This would be probably your go-to. Google Classroom, so you can just hit Google Classroom, give the credentials for it to go to automatically to your Google Classroom, and you can post it underneath your lessons for that day. You have Remind, and then if you're using Microsoft Teams, which is the opposite, the same thing as Google Classroom, you can put it there as well. So I'm going to go to another tab just so you can see what it looks like from the student view. Okay, and I'm going to type in my code, HWUTP. And now I'm a part of the presentation. It will prompt you for your name, and I recommend that you tell your students, hey, no nicknames, no funny names, because it does give you a report of your presentation, and it gives you their answer choices when you're done, and all of that data that you've collected. So you can use that as some type of data to inform your next lesson. So I definitely recommend that you tell them that they have to use their name, and then they'll click join session, and now I'm controlling their screen. So on the teacher end, this is what you'll see, and as I go through the slides, they will have this. So I'm monitoring everything. So this collaborative board is waiting for teacher input. So they're asking me if I want to approve them after they're posted. Click yes. Okay, so here is my board, and when students are participating, you will see them. So I'm just going to put something here so you can see post. And they can keep posting if you want to, but it's pending approval. So on the teacher end, I have one little red or orange one thing here that tells me that somebody has put in one, and I say, okay, Shakia Bruce put in eat breakfast, so I'm going to approve that because it's appropriate, and it'll pop up for the screen for everyone to see, and the student will be able to see everyone's response as well. Okay, they also have the option, and this is why I say choose whichever way you want to respond, because you can click on the picture icon down here, and they can find a picture from Google to respond if they don't want to use words. So this is my breakfast, so I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to click post. So I'm going to put that picture there, and my teacher is pending approval. So go back to the teacher part, and I say, okay. So she posted her breakfast, and I click okay. Okay, so we're done with that. And as I'm going through the student view, this is happening for them. And it gives me my class results. I can view answers. And here's my 3D plant cell. Yeah, so this is Nearpod, and if you would like more information on Nearpod, please email us at edjatech.com, EDJATECH @gmail.com. See you next time.